Hey, what's up? So I'm just gonna put on a backing track. I'm playing my new Boss Katana Artist amp. That's all I'm gonna be playing today. Not gonna be using any outside effects. Might have a little bit of hum because of the electricity on here, but aside from that, that's good. Actually, I gotta tune this thing. Guess I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'm gonna go tune on the computer, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All tuned up and ready to go. Apparently the internet's kind of slow. I don't know why. So, I don't know if I'm going to get that backing track I wanted. Let me start all over again. Just to make sure. Seems to be loading. It's taking quite a while. That's not normal. Let me check something out. Okay. So, oh no, I know. Is it this thing? Let me see. No, I'll have to. No, that's not it. Oh man, I hate it when this happens. No, not technical. Oh man, I just wanted to jam a little bit, but apparently I'm not getting a signal on my Roku / backing track thingy. I don't know why. Apparently the internet's gone down. Testing the Katana. Yeah. I just got it a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, about a week ago. A little bit more than a week ago, and I used it live. And actually, I like it. I like it a lot. I have the Boss Katana right here. Let me show it to you guys. Hopefully the internet comes back so I can jam to some music. If not, I'll just have to play along. So here's the actual amp. Excuse the mess. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, there it is. So it's a Boss Katana amp. I'm gonna be playing everything through that today. I don't know why freaking YouTube's not working. Shut it off and start it again. Let me check this out. Weird, because it was working like right before I started the live video. Maybe it's consuming. No, it's not consuming too much data because that's not working with the same internet as I'm working this. Let me check the comments again. I saw a question. Testing the okay. A friend of mine uses 212 Katana. The effects sound amazing. Yeah, I'm using. It's just the 112. It's the Artist series, and it's working really well. Used it live a week ago. Loved it. I still gotta tweak it a tiny bit more for live. Still want just a smidge more punch. But aside from that, it was perfect. Saludos, Rolando. So yeah, I'm not getting. I don't know why I'm not getting a YouTube signal. So if it doesn't work, I'm not gonna be able to jam because I don't have any type of backing track thing around here. Let me check over here. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Anyways, here's the amp. Of course, you guys are listening it through the microphone of my phone's microphone, but so right now I have it at 0.5 watts. Let me bump it up to 50. It's gonna be loud, so I'm just gonna keep it at 0.5. I don't know why, but YouTube seems to not be working. I would really love to just jam. I think I might kill the live feed until it comes back. So I really just wanted to jam and show off some of the different sounds. But if it's lagging like this, it's not gonna work. Let me just try once more. I don't know why YouTube's not working. Let me check if Netflix goes in, because it's weird. I was watching Netflix. See, Netflix working. Maybe it's just the YouTube that's kind of messed up. Let me see if this starts. It's loading. It's loading. So it's gotta be YouTube then. I don't know why, but apparently it's not going up. Loading. Not a fun live stream up until now. Just Mr. Foxy here. A little bit of coffee. Can't believe it. It's weird. It's the first time it's ever happened. Well, anyways, let me show off some of the higher gain things. Again, it's probably going to be a little bit of hum, but that's just the power thing I have. The power situation I have over at my apartment. Like the drive or distortion from? Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm gonna play the brown lead type that they give you. Yeah, a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb. Sounds pretty good. Check this out. I gotta work out some of the sounds. Up the bass a little bit. This is good. The only thing I don't like right now is the huge hum, but that's just from the wiring in this building. But that's it. I mean, it's noisy because of the electrical circuit here. Plus, I have a whole bunch of different things plugged into it. I'm plugged into the wall, so that's definitely not helping with the noise. But finally, YouTube came up. Finally, jeez. All right, let's see if I can get something going here. Uplifting, rock ballad, guitar. Okay, whatever. Let's just play whatever, really, just to get started. get the backing track going a little bit higher. Finally have a YouTube signal. Jesus. Took long enough. We're good. Okay. Yeah, this is the brown channel. It's got a little bit of a boost. It's got the delay going. It's got some reverb going. The EQ is about 6, not 6 o'clock, about 1 o'clock. So everything's around 5 or a little bit. What I usually do with the EQ is I put it on 5 and then lower it down up with just a tiny smudge. The cabinet resonance is in vintage. The line out doesn't matter because it's not line out anyways. Gains a little bit around 1 also. I mean, not 1, but 1 o'clock. And I guess that's it. Like volume, it's about at 1 or 2 right now. It's just 0.5 in terms of power, because I can't really get it too high or else it'll start distorting here. Let me take a look at the questions. I'm sorry. Manny, hello from Austria. How are you? What's up, Manny? Doing good. I'm good. Really thinking about buying one, but I'm also thinking of getting an AC15 or AC30. Okay, so I started doing a video on this, and then I had to rest my hand for about 2 weeks. That's why you guys haven't seen any new uploads or anything. I should be back to uploading regularly next Monday, so stay tuned for that. I don't know why I started saying. So yeah, but I started recording like a preview video of the amp, and I explained on that video I actually got this specific amp and not a tube amp. I was actually looking at AC15s. I was looking at the Fender Bass Breaker, and I was looking at the Fender Blues Junior. I like that they're small, nothing too heavy, but I ended up picking the Katana, not just because I tried it and liked it, and it does push air. It does give you a bit of a, I don't know, tubey feeling. It's not super tubey, but it's tubey feeling. Gives a little bit of a tube feeling. Anyways, I ended up getting the Katana because I haven't had, even though I prefer tubes, I haven't had the best experience playing live with tubes here in the island, Puerto Rico. I do play a bunch of smaller places and from smaller gigs, and the electricity there is not the best. So I've said this in other live videos, but I used to play with this Carbon MTS tube series. Sounds amazing, but it's 100 watts of tubes, and if the electricity wasn't up to par, it would just die on me. So I did have this one gig, which is probably the biggest horror story I have, and by the third song, I ended up unplugging the guitar and not playing at all because the tube amp just kind of died. It's not that it won't work, it's just that the electricity in the place, it's not that great. So I'll try to move this, see if I can get a brighter. No brighter, nothing brighter. Anyways, so I ended up going for the Katana just for security purposes in terms of being able to play. I can count on this guy to not die because it's not tubes. I do prefer tubes. I do prefer the sound of tubes. I do prefer the dynamics, the breaking sound of a tube. But I need some consistency, and tubes are not that consistent. So I ended up going with this guy. Sounds good enough. And it has a ton of sounds. I am considering getting the foot switch. It has a ton of different effects. So in the future, I might just end up gigging with this guy and no pedals or anything. Okay, let's see what you guys have been writing. Friend uses the Katana with a one-player Ego compressor, and he plays live. It sounds amazing. Man, I've never tried out the Ego compressor, but man, I bet it sounds great. And you could get a compressor on this thing using the rig online. Not online, the editing program. And you could get, there's like 50 something pedals, boss pedals, there's like different choruses, there's different distortions, overdrives, phasers, wah, pretty much everything. Hi lads, what's up, Ricardo? That's one problem I have. Tube amps are very power hungry, but man, it's a hard decision. Yeah, man, I just if the power here was a little bit better, or if I was playing bigger gigs, then I would have totally just gone with the tube amp. I prefer tube amps. It's just I need the consistency to play, and I needed something bigger than what I was using because it was just this tiny small amp. So I went with this guy. Got a good deal from Sweetwater. I'm gonna be explaining all of that on the videos. But yeah, it sounds great. Like even the distortion sounds great. The clean channel sounds great. The only thing is it's not a super plug and play. It is a plug and play type of amp, but to get that pushing sound, you do have to tweak it a little bit. I still haven't used the tweaking software, but yeah, you do have to tweak it a little bit to get a more real amp type of sound. Yeah, but that's it. It's a great amp. It's a great. I have no complaints. Let me keep playing. Kind of stuck. I haven't played in a couple days, so I feel kind of weird. Okay, so someone writing. Let's check what you guys are up to. Oh man, missed the messages. Can you give an example of a minor 9 arpeggio using the Paul Gilbert 2-string octave method? What? I don't know the Paul Gilbert 2-string octave method, so sorry about that. I'll have to check it out. Let me write it down and maybe I can do a video on it later. Let's see. Grab a pencil. Sorry about that. I've never actually heard about that, so that'd be nice. Checking something new out. Paul Gilbert 2-octave method for a minor 9 arpeggio. If I can find something like that, I'll do a video on it. If it's just the one arpeggio, that could be a simple video to do. So as soon as I check it out, I'll totally do that. This is a tubeless amp, right? Yeah. Totally, yeah, tubeless. No. I wonder how it would sound with a Telecaster. I can help you there. Let me check it out. Where he would play E 1 2 3, A 1 2 3, then D 2. Oh, let's thanks it Sweetwater. Yeah, I got a discount from Sweetwater. I took advantage of the whole Black Friday type weekend, and I talked to my Sweetwater representative, and they gave me a deal. Where, Liam? Let me get back to that. Let me just grab my telly, just so I can help out with the telly sound. Let me tune it first. It's weird because I usually use my phone tuner to tune. Sorry about that. But since I'm using my phone to show you guys, to do the live, then I gotta tune on my computer. Kind of convenient that I have Logic on. So I was working on some sessions with couple of my own songs. Just decided to do a quick live video. So I haven't done anything for YouTube in a while. There we go. Alright, got my telly out. Haven't played this guy in a while, so should be a little bit rusty because it feels super different to my. Whoa, I thought I had that off. Feels way different than my Sir. That one's more of a Strat style in terms of grip and all that stuff. This one's a bit bigger, and the other thing is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but with most guitars, I've noticed that there's a little bit of a, like the strings either go a little bit this way or a little bit this way. This one it goes this way. I'm not even explaining it that well. So usually the strings, at least I've noticed, get slanted on one of two sides. Either they go a little bit to this side or they go a little bit to this side. So on this telly, they go a little bit to this side. On my Sir, they go a little bit the opposite way. So it does take me a little bit of a moment to get used to switching between the two. But aside from that, is the telly. This is the clean channel. Let me get that volume. That's it. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a lot of hum if I go to the lead channel. But I'll do that in a bit. Okay, Manny, your pinky finger agility is awesome. Are you practicing every day? I have been practicing a lot lately, that's for sure. I don't know if I haven't been practicing every day for the last couple of days because I was having a little bit of problems, especially in this area right here. Just took a little bit of a hit the other day around here. Still have a little bit of a smudge here. But yeah, I've definitely been practicing a lot lately. So you know the Katana models, and they all sound very good in comparisons to other more expensive brands. They sound really good. I mean, I'm convinced. I'm totally convinced. My 2017 Pro Series Celeste neck is very thin. I love it. I don't know if you try. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried one. This one's kind of thin, like especially for telly, because most tellies I've tried out have like those huge baseball bat type necks. This one's just, I don't know, the shape's just a little different from my Sir, And mostly the thing takes me a while is the slant of the strings. That's about it. Now, the only thing I can say that's a little, it's not odd, that could have a downside if you don't really like it. It's a very boomy type of an amp. But you can sort of control it with the bass. And up in higher volumes, that actually helps to give more of a, it helps to control those higher frequencies, because when you get the volume up, then you can totally hear higher frequencies going on, and that boominess actually feels more as pushing air once the volume goes up a little bit. When the volume is lower, it can get a little muddy and boomy, but it does help in higher volumes. Not super high, just enough for it to feel it. Enough for it to feel good when you're playing. Okay, so let me go into the higher gain area. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hum from the neck pickup. Again, it's all because of the electricity situation I have in my apartment. This guy's not in tune at all. Is just going nuts. I usually get that problem with single coils in my apartment. That's just the way it is. I can't really do much about that. Well, actually, when I'm recording, I tend to shut off every one of the lights around me and the fans and all that stuff. And it does help a little bit, but yeah, I can't do that right now. Man, how to get good at legatos like you're doing now. Practice it like over and over and over and over and over and over. It takes a while. When I say it takes a while, it doesn't take, well, it depends on your skill level in general, like how many years you've been playing. I've been playing for about 17 years now. Saying that makes me feel old. I'm gonna switch guitars. I'm gonna switch again, even though I like playing this guy. But I don't want to have that hum. Okay. So yeah, I've been playing for 17 years, and I've had 2 super legato, like, epochs, no, like, times where I've practiced a lot of legato. The first one was, no, let me talk a little bit. The first one was a couple years ago, where I started practicing more like Holdsworth stuff. And then, as of late, it's been just about a year. So I started practicing legato again around January last year. And just now, I'm starting to feel like I'm getting good at it, you know, getting some actual results. So if you've been playing for a while and you can play technical stuff kind of well, then I would say, at least for me, based on my results, it'll take about a year to get good at, like, pretty good at something. About a year of practicing real steadily. I think probably the best demonstration I've given on practicing legato was my last live session, where I broke down the way I practice everything. Let me lower the boost a little bit. Try not to get, yeah, the hum's just gonna be there. Okay, so what I did last time, you go down whatever pattern you're working on and figure out the specific areas that need work. So let's see if I can remember where I was last time. It was a pattern around here. It's not that one. There it is. So that pattern usually makes me stumble a little bit. So everything else feels nice and flowy. I don't really have to think about it too much. But areas like this one do require some work. So what I do is I get to practicing slowly, and I decide, I pick apart the actual situation. So I decide what fingers work better. So you can go like that. You go like that, or see, I'm starting right now with my third finger. Or I can do that exact same passage with my pinky. And once I decide which one I'm gonna go with, I just keep practicing that exact same one. First, I go slow. Let me put this on clean. Okay. So practice. At first, I go slow. Make sure you go through all the different patterns. Make sure you decide specific patterns. So don't be choosing last minute. Let's say you're doing a run, and you go, "Oh wait, I should have gone this way," and you start fumbling around. That's part of the problem in terms of the rest of your life. Wait, let me see this. How many hours should I practice to get good at this thing? Yeah, I mean, more musicians spend the rest of your life, which is a little. It's funny, but it's true. Like if you don't work on these things, like let's say you do get good at it and you start feeling good with what you're doing. Yeah, you joke, but it's true. Yeah. Let's say you get good at something. If you don't keep practicing that same thing over and over again, eventually I got tongue tied. You'll lose it if you don't use it or lose it. Jesus, I can't talk today. Must be a ton of coffee. Maria Victoria, hola. Saludos. So Training would play all day and Steve Vai will play hours upon hours. No, just because it will be something else later. Right now. Yeah, I mean, but in terms of hours, I don't know, at least 2 hours a day. I mean, 2 hours a day on average. So that could mean doing mostly 2 hours a day, mostly. There could be days where you don't play, and there could be days where you do 4 or 6 hours a day, depending on what you do. I know it's harder if this is not what you make a living out of. But yeah, mostly 2 hours a day. If you can get 2 hours a day, 2 good hours, 2 very zoned in hours every day, then you can definitely get better. And not only that, but focus on different things every day. So since it's not a whole lot of time that you're doing it, if it's 2 hours a day, then you should focus on different things every day, but every week repeat different things. And if you want to get really, really good at one thing, then you should do that one thing every single day, at least until the muscle memory gets to where it's supposed to be. Because if not, if you don't do that same movement every single day, then it'll turn more into a task. It'll get harder to do them. I'm losing track of what I'm saying. Freaking. I don't know if I haven't had enough to eat today. I don't know. One problem I had was that I would start practicing something specific, but then I would get sidetracked and start improvising to backing tracks. Totally get it, but yeah, you have to, at least one thing you should do every single day. At least one. In my case, I've been practicing legato and sweeping for the at least yeah. It's a common problem. I do the same thing, so don't worry about that too much. But you should have at least a little bit of focus practice every single day in order to get results. Like I was saying, I've been practicing sweeping and legato for the whole year. Like, it's just sweeping legato for the whole year. That's pretty much all I've been doing. I used to do a lot of economy picking. I'm kind of starting to get back into that. I noticed that I use a lot of economy in my live stuff. But yeah, like for example, one exercise I've been doing a lot is this guy right here. So I go up using sweeping, and then I come back down using legato. And I keep doing the same thing. If I wanted to clean it, because right now it's not super clean, I can't do that move going down. Well, apparently I can, but I don't feel comfortable doing it. That's the important thing. Even though I can sort of do it, I know I'm not going to be able to pull it off every single time. So I would sit down, go slow, better if it's with a metronome, and go. I'm going to switch scales there for a second. Keep doing that. See there, I found a little bit of something that wasn't too consistent. There it is. And then this bit. So do that with a metronome and go through the different subdivisions. You can go quarter notes. So and that bit is super important, especially on the first day. Why? Because you got to make sure you got the picking down. Where are you picking? In this case, I'm going up, down, down, up, down. Not up, up. Up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. I always get twisted when saying up and down. I don't know why. So up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And then from there, I begin my legato run. So legato / hybrid picking. And every time I do that, every single time, it's going to be the exact same picking pattern. I got to make sure that I program everything. Not the correct, but the way that I choose to play it. Not long ago, and I was on Skype, and I just couldn't talk like it all. Are you still there? Please say yes. Let me see a bubble. I don't know. I hate it when this happens. Let me decline. Okay, good. Okay, so coming back. So once you're doing the quarter note thing, that's where you choose. You work out your picking. Make sure everything's fine there. The picking and the fingering, even though once you start getting faster, then you start noticing different problems with the fingerings. And again, could be with the picking as well. So once you start going up, usually around the 16th note or triplet area, you start figuring out, okay, this bit right here is a little unclean or it's a little uncomfortable. So I gotta start tweaking there, start tweaking here and there. So let's say I wasn't using that pattern because I already know that that pattern works for me because it's what I usually do. I sat down and I already went through this. But let's say I'd go down, down to begin. So once I get faster, it's just gonna feel weird going down, down again. And again, if this is the time, that should be 16th notes. That's just uncomfortable. So you start analyzing why does it feel uncomfortable? Well, because I'm going down twice. And it could be the same type of situation with the left hand. You could be using some fingers that feel a little weird. So it's important to go slow at first, and gradually start going up. It's not a matter. Yes, it is a matter of programming in everything into the muscle memory, but it's also a matter of picking and choosing, making the right decisions along the way, um, choosing the most economic, not economic, but whatever, the path of least resistance in terms of the way that you play. Um, so make sure that you get that stuff down. Um, then you start going up, and then eventually it's just a matter of muscle memory and cleaning. That's the other thing. You gotta start cleaning up different things. Once you get higher speeds, you start getting a lot of noise. Yeah, exactly. Economy of motion. You start getting a lot of noise, so you gotta start cleaning that up little by little. Let me see what you guys have been writing. Legato high economy. Yeah. What's up, Torrance? Okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of getting better at pretty much anything. It's just going slow, analyzing the situation. Why can't I get it up? Like, why can't I get it faster? Could be picking, could be fingering, could be a whole number of different things. It could be that it's just awkward for your hand or playing style, and it could take longer than whatever. But usually, with enough conviction and persistence, you can totally get something way faster. And of course, eventually there's going to be a certain type of plateau. Once you get there, like usually, like once you get there, but it feels fast. Once you're playing something fast and you can't get any higher, then you'll just get tiny bits. I mean, you can only get little bits faster. That's gonna, there's gonna be a little bit of a genetic factor, like fast muscle twitch and all that stuff. But usually you can get things faster with enough time and practice. These things just take a long. Exactly. However, it is a fun journey getting there. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Some things just take longer than others, and a lot of things it could just be different finger mechanics that you haven't worked out. It all depends. It all depends on what you're working on. If it's something like, for example, if it's something for me, something like this, then I'll probably be able to work it out kind of fast, just because when I was a kid, I used to work on that pattern so freaking much when I was a kid. So now it's there. I don't have to force it. I don't have to do anything weird there. It's just there because I practiced it so much when I was a kid, so that if I'm trying to learn anything new that kind of resembles that type of movement, it's already programmed in my hand. But if it's something the other way around, where it's, I don't know, these last three fingers, where I haven't used them too much, like on a separate way, I don't know, something crazy like that, then yeah, that'll take me a while. Because I'm installing or programming my fingers to do something that they're not used to doing. So that's gonna take a lot longer. Sort of like what happened with legato. It's taken me about a year because I hadn't really practiced legato, at least the types of movements I'm doing now, up until about a year ago. Like that type of movement, I've never practiced that in my life. So yeah, just be patient with it. It took me about a year, which is a long time, but considering that I want to do this for the rest of my life, then it's not really that much time compared to life, I suppose. Water and coffee, coffee and water. Having that perfect balance there. Music. Okay, just when you think you are pretty good, then you realize I have to learn some. Yeah, man, that's the story of what it is. So you'll never stop learning. It's like driving to the store and back. Totally is. Totally, it's exactly the same. Have you checked out Mario Camarera's tapping technique? Unique and cool. Would be awesome to see you cover it in a video. I haven't. I've been planning on doing a Chan video for the longest time. Um, Mario Camarena. I just haven't gotten to studying them. Haven't gotten to studying just about anybody as of late in terms of doing those types of like techniques and concept videos. Haven't been studying for that in a while, just because I've been focusing more on my thing. I'm working on some music. I'm working on some specific technical stuff on the instrument, and I'm working on some different sessions that I've been getting as of late. So I'm concentrating a little bit more on that, and as soon as I have, at the very least, kind of a pre-production on the album, then I can totally get back on my normal track with studying and doing all that crazy good stuff. What do you suggest since I have 6 p.m. job? What's the practice to learn new ideas and cover the stuff I'm already good at so I don't lose it? Okay, so I don't have a 9 to 6. I have a, what is it, 2 to 8 schedule. So I have mornings off where I can practice, even though I'm usually doing some type of production work. The best type of advice I could give you is to organize a schedule, work out some type of practice routine, and respect it. So if you give yourself 2 hours every night when you come back, let's say you have like a 1 hour drive back from work, so you're gonna have to practice from 7 to 9. And if you have a full life, if you're like married and kids and all that stuff, then don't do it every day. Do it, or maybe do less. Do 1 hour a day, and do it for, I don't know, 3, 5, I don't know how many, however many days. Like a practice schedule is very subjective. It's very personal. So the best advice I can give you is to get organized with it and organize everything around your schedule. Do try to get it all together to where you can sit down and at least have 20 minutes to zone into something. Give yourself enough time to where you actually feel like you're concentrating on it and getting in that zone. Don't go into it 20 minutes and off and 20 minutes back and off and 20 minutes and off. No, give yourself enough time to where you can actually concentrate on what you're doing. Aside from that, then it's just a matter of organization, trying to do the best with what you have. Study theory on the computer when no one. That's a great one. That's a good piece of advice. Actually, I get a lot of like dead hours in my work. So, but again, I teach music at school, so it's pretty much a little bit of that. But in the off time I do have in between, that's where I do most of my practicing, at least as of the last, I don't know, 3 months. Full life, I've done them myself. And whoa, you have a farm? That's awesome. That's freaking cool. But the closest thing to a farm I've had is like a small little like vegetable garden I used to have in the backyard when I used to live in the other side of the island. Back to something, not the best time, I guess. That's another thing. Like a lot of people, like if they have families, they just wait for everyone to go to sleep and start their workout or their practice regimen from there. Like my brother, I know he doesn't have a huge family, but he's married, and most of his like production and work time, like he just waits till his wife goes to bed and he practices or records and works on his studio up until around 3 a.m. So that works out. Advice and stick to that regimen. Yeah, gotta stick to the regimen. Recording ideas into my cell phone, melody stuff that comes to my hand, then work it out. I do the exact same thing. Yeah, I do the exact same thing. Time is a good time to practice. That's a word, but I love it. Microgreens. Nice, man. That's cool. I like knowing things about you guys because I like Elite Combat Fitness. I've seen you like commenting, and I've so many times. I always see you online too. Same with Mark Music, man. It's really have a great day, everyone. Have to go make dinner. Have a good dinner, man. It's cool seeing like knowing stuff about you guys. Good to see you. Thanks, man. Yeah, have a good dinner. It's late night in India. I love you all. Good night, man. It's around, what time is it over here? It's 5 p.m. over here. Let me close a couple things on my phone. It's getting crowded with stuff. I have a channel, but I haven't done anything new on it in a long time. Great channel, bro. I have your book. Yeah, I remember your comment. Yeah, I remember answering a comment about the book before you bought it. I remember. I gotta get to work on. That's another thing. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Like Jesus, it's 2:33 over there. Wow. Thanks for coming in. Like going, watching the video. That's sacrifice right there. I have to get back to doing projects. It's just I've been working so much on the actual music for the album that whenever I have like off time, I either do that or work on YouTube or do some sort of work like session work or go to rehearsal or whatever. So I haven't had time to work on the second book or the second part to that book, which should be coming out in a long time. Jeez, I don't even know when that's going to be coming out. I haven't even started working on that one. But there is a part two to that book that you already have. It's a more practical approach to that same material. And then there's another really crazy book, this crazy theory book that should be coming out whenever I am done, at least with the pre-production of my album. I also got a Fractal Axe 8, and I actually got it just for the album, so I can get some awesome sounds for the album. Alright, so, man, the coffee's got me wired. I also haven't had a whole ton to eat today, so that's probably why I'm feeling a little spacey. I'm going to play another backing track, and I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything. It's been about an hour now. Not as soon as I'm done with the live, I'm going to go eat something. Kind of hungry. Have a vintage DJ, still sounds awesome. I haven't tried it. The GSP 2101 sounds familiar. Oh no, I'm thinking about is it the Gen X one? Is that like a type of rack mount? Like one of those racks? I think I have a friend of mine. Yeah, I think a friend of mine has one of those. I tried it, but it's been it's been so long, been a bunch of years. I remember using some was it delays or a chorus? I remember the sound, like plugging into it and having this really cool, like clean sound, very ambient type of sound. I don't know if it's the same thing. It has two tubes. Yeah, I think it's the same one. I think it's the same one. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's gotta be that one. It's gotta be that one. I remember plugging into it wow, it's been about 10 years already when I was in school. And wow, yeah, it's gonna be 10 years next year. Wow. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, I remember plugging into it, and I think he had everything running either, yeah, it had to be through his speakers in his computer. I don't know if it was through his speakers in his computer or through a Marshall. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I just remember the unit and that clean sound. Yo, bro, what computer do you use for music recording? I'm looking to buy one or a laptop, but Apple is pricey. I'm actually using Apple. I saved up. I got an Apple Mini, which is not super expensive. I do run into some lack of processing power sometimes, so I use Logic, and whenever I record a whole bunch of different things, it starts like colliding or whatever. Just I run out of CPU, so I don't know, not the best. So at least it's good for me to do the pre-production on it, and for like different sessions and stuff, because it's just one um, one track. But as soon as I get at least 5 recorded tracks, or at least, actually no, it's been giving me more as of late. I don't know, 8 tracks. It starts getting fuzzy. It starts getting a little weird. But yeah, I'm using a Mac Mini. And we also have 88 MP1. 88 MP1. I think a friend of mine had an 88 amp. Is MacBook Air good for recording purpose? I can't say. Like, I'm just being honest. I have no clue. I don't know a whole bunch about computers. I do know a bunch of guys that have like MacBooks, and it works fine for them. I know a bunch of people that have Mac Minis, and it works fine for them. So it might just be my logic. I don't know. It could be something with bitrate or something that I don't have down. That's why it's failing on me. But yeah, I mean, that's what I use. Yeah, but I'm definitely not an expert on computers or anything. Let me see if I find something that sounds cool on here. If I could get a nice, not super distorted. Wow, that's not. Jeez, I love this thing. Channel, what's up? PH channel or Chanel, I'm not sure. No, that doesn't fit there, sorry. Tranquilo, brother. Hablamos después. Hey, buddy, saludos desde la isla vecina. Saludos, Manny. What's up, King of the Fevas? Creates channel the creates emojis. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, I think I saw a message up here. Wait. There's a cool backing track called Ethereal A Minor with Emotional. If you ever want to check it out, I will do. Probably after this one. That's the crunch channel on the amp right now. I better go now. It's a nice sunset from that same long sunset. That's cool, man. Thanks a bunch. Let me go into the lead channel now. Keep bumping up the gain. Something I haven't practiced there for a while. Let me see. Dude, please do a video on Randy Rhoads style. I have him down in the waiting list. I do have to get to doing that one. Poppy. Yeah. That would be awesome. I'll try it out. Other stuff, man. Thanks. Let me go into the brown channel. And right now I'm in the lead channel of the amp. Sounds good. It's got more than enough gain, at least for me. If I go to the brown channel, I think it's gonna go nuts with the hum. But let's try it out. Last time I used it sounded pretty good. Oh no, it's gone down into the more mellow area of the sound. So now I just rolled off the volume a little bit just because the sound went down a little bit. It's too mellow for that much distortion. Let me find another track where I can actually use the brown channel. It's gonna be something rockier, I suppose. That's gonna be too mellow. Everything's mellow, it says here. Soulful blues groove. Pink Floyd. Filthy blues. There we go. That one sounds like I can use some gain on it. Tiny bit more top. Doesn't sound too filthy. That's too much gain for me. I mean, it sounds really good. It's just I'm not used to that much gain. Sí, hablo español, hablo español. I'm gonna sound like Bob Marley there for a second. Sí, Ricardo, yo hablo español. El español es mi primer lenguaje. Ay, qué mala. Si tienes alguna pregunta en español que me quieras hacer, o sea, te la puedo contestar chile, sin problema. Déjame tomarme este poquito más de café que me queda. Termino de llamear con esto. Si no veo más preguntas, pues corto el live ahí. Si no, pues sigo contestando, no tengo problema con eso. Yo estoy relativamente libre como por la próxima media hora, pienso yo. Tengo que hacer unas llamaditas, pero creo que estoy bien, por lo menos por ahora. No, Katana. Okay, going back to what I was saying. I'm gonna finish this track, play a little bit more. I have to do a couple phone calls, so I'll probably just finish the live soon. If you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll answer them. Music. You are so underrated, bro, huh? Puedes hablar en español. Sí, de eso, de Puerto Rico. Yeah, and thanks, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, thanks a whole bunch. I have to go see your next live stream. Your book is super, one of the best guitar books. Thanks a ton, man. I'm glad you like it and that it's helping. That's the most important thing right there. Yeah, I mean, Puerto Rico has great guitars. There's a couple of guys from here that are really freaking good. One of the guys is, well, he was live a little bit ago. The guy that said he was gonna call me later. That guy's a great freaking guitarist. You gotta check him out. Please look for his name in the comment section and check out his channel. That's a freaking great guitarist. And there's a whole bunch of different guitarists in terms of different styles. There's just tons of really good guitarists. I don't know if we got nah. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. He's insane. He's gonna be he lived well, he lives in LA right now. He's probably on tour with his band, the Mirage Theory, and he's gonna be moving back to the island, I think by the end of December or beginnings of January. So I can't wait to see him again. Te sigo en Instagram, super guitarra. Sería un placer compartir más contigo. Seguro, mano, espérate, Manny. Espérate, es que hay dos Manny y no quiero asegurarme de no estar confundiéndote. Ah, sí, tú eres. Ay, por poco se me cae. De República Dominicana. Manos, me avisa si. O sea, si te tiras un día para Puerto Rico, estoy tocando por ahí un par de veces, le pueden llegar a un show, no hay problema. Naomi LeBron from Puerto Rico, he's good too. I don't know if you know. Yeah, he's in. I did a couple of like Puerto Rico jam sessions, not jam sessions, like guitar jams, and he's actually in the first one, and he also participated. No, I think he's in both Puerto Rico jams that I've done. Yeah, he's in both. He's in both. Really good. He plays with everybody. Like I'm so freaking jealous. He's got just probably the most acclaimed, well, not the most acclaimed young session guitarist we have right now. I think. I don't want to leave anybody out, but one of the youngest guy, like new school guitar players, probably one of the guys with most work. He's playing with just a ton of different players and all that's just not player artists. He's just traveling all over the world every day. So awesome. Si panita de Naldi, cualquier cosa nos juntamos y salimos a comer también. A fuego, eres de, o sea, pero ¿estás en República Dominicana o estás por acá? Si le cae, inventamos. Seguro que sí. Seguro. Bueno, let me get to a little bit more playing. Same track. I'm gonna lower the drive a little bit because the gain is nuts on this thing. That's a nice change there. I can't get that change. Opa, la que hay, Cangri. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 3 at night. Enjoy your time. Good night, man. Take care. Rica, saludos de Portugal. Válgame, mira quién está ahí. Está pasando, Neil. Yeah. Just for you guys to know, El Cangri 731. That's family right there. That's literally. That's my nephew. Freaking cool. El Cangri, chacho. Alright, you guys if you have any more questions, I'm down. If not, I'm just gonna end the live with this jam. It has about a minute more to go, so it's gonna keep playing. Done? Wow. Hand feels pretty good. I'm excited about that. Let's see what's up. Yes, Manny, saludos. ¿Está pasando? Bueno. Me atrevo a hacer... Vamos a ver qué es la que hay con este track. Un poquito largo, 11 minutos, pero... Vamos a ver qué pasa. ¿Sí? I'm getting nuts with it. It's getting a little too out of control. Todo eso improvisando, sí, estoy improvisando ahora mismo. Esto es, los acordes son, es como si fuese lo cogéis prácticamente. Mi, en realidad, en este caso es mi mayor, sol mayor. Ese track estaba muy de ella me dejó, pero no me. Ay, Dios mío. Thank you, Discover Channel, great talent. Take it. Oh yeah, true. It's way. What? Porque todos ustedes hablan español. A fuego, qué cool. Qué cool. Eso que toca son licks que sabes o cosas que llegan a tu mente. No mezcla dos cosas. No mezcla dos. Por ejemplo, voy a explicar por encimita. La mayoría son movimientos que practico. Por ejemplo, eso lo practico mucho a través de todos los patrones. Por ejemplo. O sea que lo corro por todos los patrones que conozco. Hay un par de sweeps y cosas que practicaba antes, por ejemplo, este lick que de seguro en todos los jams que he puesto lo he hecho. Exacto, en español. Un poquito me envuelvo. Esta cosa es un lick que, fíjate, tengo un video explicando ese lick. En realidad es como movida con sweeps. O sea, lo que hago es conectar el cuello completo con eso, con el pecho, en este caso menor séptima, y corro por ciertas áreas específicas siempre que me muevo. Entonces, si estoy aquí, hago eso. Puedo cambiar en la primera cuerda o puedo cambiar en la tercera. Esas son las dos movidas que hago siempre en ese pedacito. En este pedazo que ahí siempre hago este y conecto a esta otra y de ahí caigo en esta de acá de nuevo. Exactamente lo mismo. Okay, so let me finish explaining this in Spanish and I'll get to your question. Eric, give me a second. Okay, so I'm around here. Lo otro que hago es conectar distintas movidas que he practicado. O sea, por ejemplo, puedo hacer esta movida y caer en una movida de legato. Como eso, que ya algo que he practicado muchas veces antes, puedo caer en otro tipo de movida que sea. Que son distintas estas cosas con las que juego. Si hay algún tipo de melodía, eso es dejándome llevar por los acordes que están pasando. Es una mezcla de todo realmente. No hay nada planeado, simplemente estoy correteando cosas que he estudiado y dejándome llevar por los acordes, usando mucho arpegio y chord tones, que pues mi approach es una mezcla de par de cosas. Loved your video on Alan Holzer, style permutations, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, etc. I've been working on a similar system where I repeat notes. Simply 1, 2, 3, 1. Any further ideas? Okay, so just with the permutations, that's a whole world of possibilities right there. Like you could do that. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1 is good. Then once you have the different permutations, you can start mixing them together. I have this really cool whole tone line that I like a lot, and I'm sure folks, man, it looks like I'm missing out. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Most of the stuff I explain is in English, especially in the live videos. It's just a ton of people started talking Spanish, so I just went with it. In about 20 minutes. Wow. And you probably know already what I'm gonna say. You can start mixing the different variations. So you've got, I don't remember the exact number of variations, but I have it written down somewhere. Especially for like 3-note per string type patterns. So one of my favorites is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, and then 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I keep repeating that 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I might finish on 1, 2, 3. So I applied that to the whole tone scale, and it went up this way and came back with descending thirds. Sounds really cool. It's like this. Let me start from here. So there's that line, and it's based on what you're saying right now. It's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and come back descending thirds. You can also even apply this and then come back this way using the same permutation. And go back up. Oh. So many different moves that you can practice. As you can tell, I don't have that last one super down, but I do like going up. I have it kind of down going up. That type of way. But that is cool. I'll have to give that a shot. When you think of permutations, do you think of long lines like 1, 2, 3? I keep it simple. I don't think long lines. I think of the different numbers switching between. Every time I switch strings, I go into a different permutation. So I think about it in strings. I don't think about it like a huge line. Even though, man, I wish I'd had that portfolio here. I did write out a list of different permutations that go well together. For example, if I'm switching strings, it's not a good idea to begin on the same finger that you're finishing the first permutation. So if you're going 1, 2, 3, you don't want to begin on the third finger for the next one. Even though it's possible with some patterns, but it's just gonna be awkward. So if I'm starting with I'm finishing, if I'm going 1, 2, 3, then the next string is probably gonna be beginning with the first finger or with the second. In my case, I like doing that specific one. playing with that type of deal right there. So yeah, I'm not thinking about huge long lines. I'm thinking about it string by string. Specifically with the amount of strings I'm using. Even if I'm using, it doesn't have to be 3 notes per strings, but if I'm using something like a cage system pattern, I would fill in that little bit which just has those 2 notes with a little bit of chromaticism. It's great advice. I love this sound of switching string and permutations. I'd love to see that list. Some sound great, but the majority sound like junk or not really what most people like. Yeah, they you have to pick and choose. You definitely have to pick and choose because it's not. I think you could make it your life purpose to get all the different permutations down, but it's gonna be kind of hard to get them all up to speed. So you gotta pick and choose which one sounds best to you. Se por la explicación, bro, muy humilde y bueno, suena brutal. Mil gracias, bro. Libro en... Adiantre! Sí, me acuerdo, me acuerdo. Mil gracias, mano. Sí, sí, ya lo de cool. Okay, so I gotta say I've got 15% left on my phone, so I think I'm gonna have to leave it here. Thank you guys for tuning in, as always. I'm gonna start a whole Q&A series soon. So if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comment section, even though this is live technically. But if you're not watching this live right now, then leave your comments below, your questions below, and I'll totally get to them on one of the future Q&A segments. But your legato show was amazing. Thanks for the advice. Sure thing, man. And thanks. Have a great one, Juan. Eres tremendo maestro. Mil gracias, brother. Siempre bueno verte por ahí en los comments. Alright, I'm out. See you guys later. Take care.